Jesse Jackson built on Martin Luther King's legacy and never forgot the hardships that shaped his life. He became a national figure after the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., refusing to let his mentor's movement fade by harnessing the power of street to level outrage and transforming protest into organization. Jesse Jackson was never just a politician. He was a presence. News of his passing traveled not through headlines, but through memories. The echo of a rally, the rhythm of sermons, the impassioned plea for racial equality, latest to tributes to civil rights leader Jesse Jackson. He first stepped into the national consciousness in the long shadow of Martin Luther King Jr., young, cool, sharp, ambitious, and standing on the edge of history as it happened. King's assassination in 1968 did more than fracture a movement. It created a leadership vacuum. Jackson did not replace him, no one could, but he refused to let the movement fade. In the years that followed, he transformed protest into organization. Operation Push was much more than a slogan. It was an attempt to translate street-to-level outrage into negotiating power. He understood the leverage required to change what had shaped his childhood. Journey from stand to out student born in Greenville, North Carolina, the son of a single teenage mother, he grew up in a deeply segregated Southern community. But he was a stand-to-out student, the class president, and a quarterback in the high school football team. Jesse Jackson's life in pictures that won him a scholarship to the University of Illinois, from where he later transferred to North Carolina State University. It was there, in a historically black college, that he became involved in the civil rights movement. Jackson rose to prominence as an aide to Martin Luther King Jr. and witnessed his assassination at close quarters. He inherited the mantle to some extent, becoming a visible advocate for racial equality. His National Rainbow Coalition became a voice for the voiceless to Black Americans, women, the LGBT community, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Shifting tectonic plates of U.S. politics, he had much more than political aspirations. He had the courage to stand for president. Listening to his electrifying campaign speeches in 1984 and 1988, you could sense the tectonic plates of American political identity shifting. Those campaigns were less about electoral maths and more about psychological geography to redrawing the boundaries of belonging. It unquestionably paved the way to the eventual election of Barack Obama as president and Kamala Harris as vice president. His relationship with Mr. Obama was complicated, Jackson once accusing him of talking down to Black audiences during his campaign. It revealed a philosophical divide. Jackson's politics were rooted in prophetic confrontation, while Mr. Obama was more focused on coalition building. In later years, illness narrowed his physical world, but his symbolic presence remained. A living archive of the struggle, to one of the last towering figures whose political instincts were forged in the marches and jail cells of the 1960s. The architecture of segregation has largely fallen, but the patterns it produced remain stubbornly intact. But right to the end, Jesse Jackson refused to be quiet, and that is his legacy. In a polarized nation often tempted by amnesia, he insisted on memory. The refusal to forget watching white children take the bus to school while he had to walk.